Now that the new season of Fortnite is finally out, you guys are probably watching this video to be the absolute best at the game. And well boys, if you watch this video till the very end, see exactly what Peterbot's settings are and how his aim is so incredibly good. I promise you, your performance within Fortnite will be going up double, triple, maybe even quadruple. Your PR will be so much higher if you just copy these settings and see how Peterbot is genuinely so good. And boys, of course, this research took me so long to find out. All I want in return is if you can quickly leave a like right now, quickly drop a sub, as I make these videos quite often and so many people are loving it right now. Boys, drop in the comments what you think of this video as well. But without further ado, let's get straight into Peterbot settings to make sure you guys can copy it and become his ability. Okay boys, the first thing we're going to be talking about his display settings. One of Peterbot's most important settings, most of you may already know. Windowed mode, of course, full screen. Every single one of you watching this video, make sure you go into Fortnite right now, check you are playing full screen. I already know most of you are, so I won't get into that one too much. Resolution. Now this is the main one. He is not playing the native. Normal people are playing 1920 by 1080. That is the default. If you want to play a stretched resolution like Peterbot, this is what he is playing. 1720 by 1080. And if you guys are like, Jinshi, what are some positives of playing stretched resolution? One positive is that your screen is obviously stretched. Most people think that if it's a stretched screen, you have a stretched Fortnite body as well. What does this mean? The bigger the body, the better your aim will be. Of course, this is in some cases. For me, my aim is actually worse on stretched resolution, so I no longer play it. But for you guys, really do try this out. Another reason you should try stretched resolution is if you don't have that good of a PC. If you have a good PC, of course you can still play it. If you don't, here is another benefit. Of course, you have less pixels on your screen. Your game will look a tiny bit worse. What does this mean? Of course, less strain on your PC. What does the less strain mean? Less delay and more FPS. If you play any stretched resolution, your delay will be less and your frames will be higher. That is literally 100% and no one can argue against that. That's why most pros are playing stretched resolution. And if you guys want to play it, I have made a previous video on my YouTube channel. Make sure to check that out. Now boys, for his graphics brightness, he's playing 150%, mainly because if you are playing a very low percent, for example 75 or below, if you're in the shadows, you will not be able to see anyone. If someone's crouched under some stairs and you're playing 75% brightness, boys, it will be so hard for you to see them. That's why Peterbot is playing 150. If anyone is trying to hide in any dark space, you are able to see them. I really do recommend you play 150 brightness. It does not affect your frames or anything at all. And the second part of the graphics we should talk about, the colorblind mode, such an important setting that not many people talk about again. Colorblind mode for Peterbot, off. So many people like playing with this as they think they can see in zone, but with this new season, it is not genuinely that good. Turn this off, that is what Peterbot has done. And boys, let me know if you guys are playing any colorblind mode this season, as me personally, I'm also not. Now boys, moving on to his graphics quality, I'm not going to go into this too much as most of you already know what to play. 3D resolution 100%. If you don't have that great of a PC and you do lose some frames on 100%, turn this down to around 95. Your game looks pretty much exactly the same, but then again, you will have more frames and less delay. Try that out, let me know how that goes. View distance, he has it on medium. Of course, the higher the view distance, the further you can see the weapons and everything. This setting as well hardly does interfere with your PC. I recommend all of you to have your view distance on medium, so when you're landing you can see the guns. If there's any storm towers nearby, you can see them. This, that, it is very good to have this on medium and not near. Textures as well, low because textures causes so much strain on your CPU and GPU. Make sure you have that on lowest. Meshes as well, he is also playing on low. Now boys, moving on to one of his most important settings, his X-axis sensitivity, Y-axis sensitivity, basically how he aims. His DPI, he is playing with 800 DPI. Remember, if you're not playing 800 DPI, you need to check that you are, because if you don't, you're not playing the same sense as Peterbot. So for his X and Y, he is playing 6.4, 6.4, quite an average sensitivity, not too fast in fact. Targeting sensitivity, 45%. Scope sensitivity, 45%. He has just changed these for the new season. That is mainly why he is becoming one of the best in the world. Building sense and editing sensitivity, 100%, 100%. Always have your building and editing, in my opinion, the exact same. That's because when your muscle memory is different for the building and editing, sometimes, let's say your editing sensitivity is 120%, your muscle memory won't be as good as 100 and 100, obviously. So make sure those two are the same, but that's Peterbot's sensitivity for it. Now boys, for the most important setting now of this entire video, the movement settings. They are so important when you are playing Fortnite, and for Peterbot, it is unusual to do this. He is not like any pro, of course, he is the best in the world. This is because of one reason, but maybe because of his movement settings. He does not play with 3D movement, which is genuinely crazy. Every single pro, I'm pretty sure 98% of pros play with 3D movement, 2% don't. And guess what Peterbot is in? He is in the 2% that do not play with 3D movement. Of course, I've tried turning this off, thinking I'll turn into Peterbot. Boys, it is really not the case. I play so much worse with no 3D movement. I recommend you guys genuinely to give it a try, turn it off, go in creative, free build for a little bit, go into game as well, just try get some kills. It is so hard to not play with 3D movement, but if you are wanting to play with 3D movement, this is what you should do. For some of the main pros, the forward diagonal angle on 70 or 65, try them both out, see what you guys think. Strafe angle 75, backward diagonal 135. Try that out, let me know what you guys think. Now boys, going on to his window settings, I'll show you just a couple that Peterbot has turned on and off. So let's head over to the search bar, search game mode settings will pop up right here, game mode. When game mode is on, Windows optimize your PC for play. This isn't in every single situation, boys. If you have a good PC, this should be on. For me, I have a Ryzen 7, so in my recommendation, if you have a Ryzen 7 or above, you should have this on. If you have a Ryzen 5 or a Ryzen 3, have this off. Of course, Peterbot, the best player in the world, has an incredible PC. He can afford to have this on. The reason why this does not work well on older PCs, because game mode causes a bit of strain on your CPU. Because of that, of course, your CPU will have to have a bit more workload, then slowing your PC down. But if you're not sure whether to turn this on or off, just leave in the comments, I'll let you guys know. Game bar as well, he has this off, captures as well off. Instead of this, he uses the Nvidia app to clip. Make sure you guys do as well. GeForce experience is so much better than Game Bar. Game Bar causes so much input, like it is genuinely crazy. And the services that this has, the processors that this causes you to have, is so high. You do not want this on, you have to have this off. One other thing I want to show you guys, press Windows and R on your keyboard, and as per normal, TMP. Make sure you delete every single temporary file here. These are literally on in the background, constantly running in your PC, causing strain in your CPU, GPU, that's on in the background. You do not want this. Again, search Windows and R, this time search %TMP. Here's even more temporary files, 95 for me. Make sure you leave in the comments how many temporary files you have here. Some people it's literally 100, 200, 300. It is crazy. But there is one more step we have to do. Once we're done deleting all of those, remember, they're just lines of code. You don't need them in your PC anymore. Go into recycling bin and delete them all from here as well. So for me, 65 temporary files were on, causing me lag, processors, everything. Make sure you delete it from your recycling bin as well. So many people forget to do that. Once you have done that, that is it for this video. Boys, I hope you do enjoy. Please do leave a sub, please do leave a like, as these videos take me ages to make. I'll see you guys on further this week.